Hey everybody, it's me Steve. It's the last day of September. It's drizzling all over me. So I got a ride to work, which was nice. Get to avoid the crack train at least once. And yeah, this rain is supposed to fade off in a couple of hours. Hopefully, that's what they're saying. So we should have like another string of dry days, which is, I mean, Portland needs the rain, but I don't need it. So I'm just heading to Walmart because I got to work a little early now. So I'm just heading to Walmart, getting some provisions, coming back, working my shift. Venom, another freaking Marvel movie's coming out, which means, you know, it'll be nice and chill and quiet. And you'll be like, oh, this is nice. And then around 5, 6 o'clock, things trying to rip hairs out of my head. Around 5, 6 o'clock, it's just going to go to hell. And we're just going to be packed. Anyway, so yeah, that's my plan. So far, nothing new to report. Woke up, stretched a little bit. I'm trying to remember, and I'm forgetting a lot to stretch. Give myself enough time to stretch at the start of the day, in addition to showering, getting ready for work and all that. Stretched a little bit. Feeling pretty much fine so far today, so we'll see how the day goes. Hey, people. There's my feet. I don't know why. I'm taking my first break, because I managed to find an auditorium that's not showing anything for a while. Look at that screen. The Venom shows are starting. I also forgot Adam's Family 2 is coming out. So in addition to all the Marvel people, we get all the screaming kids. And I'm having none of it today. This is one of those days. I'll probably even out over the course of the day, but I'm so effing tired. Just in all the ways that you can be tired. Physically tired. My body's just dead. I'm sleepy. It's all of the sleep. No, it's all of the tired formats. I was gonna wait a little longer to take my first 15. I was just like, no, I need a break. I'm just before I can deal with all the Venom Adam's Family garbage. I need a break. So I mean, I'm like feeling fine, you know, in terms of I'm a little again, you know, it's just been kind of the same mild, you know, discomfort, mostly in and around my elbow. So you know, that's not too bad. I'm just in general tired. It's a lot of 9-hour shifts the past like 2 weeks. So whatever, that's my brief update. Bye. I want to go enjoy the rest of my break. On my half now. Nothing else really to report. Starting to get busy, as you'd expect, but we just got 2 more people, so 4 people to clean up a very spread out conglomerate of Venom shows. I think we'll be fine. Hopefully I don't have to work too hard. I'm feeling, this kind of happened to me yesterday. Like the first 3 hours I was at work, I was kind of like, and then I kind of climbed out of it with, you know, some help of this, probably. So I've been here like 4 hours, and I'm kind of starting to finally wake up. I slept fine last night. I slept like 8.5, 9 hours, but just got here, was okay, and then just got tired. Like every other work day, we'll see. Oh, that hand sanitizer scent is divine. No, I'm not just like sniffing my fingers randomly. Why would I be videoing that? Protein, I need my daily protein. This will also give me some calories I'm in need of. I was starting to feel a little woozy about an hour ago, and well, the way I feel when I haven't gotten quite enough calories in me. This is just juice and protein. 30 grams of protein, dear God. The juice from 3.5 apples, 1 banana, 6 strawberries, 1/3 of a carrot, 6 blueberries, boosted with 30 grams of protein, 315 milligrams of vitamin C, my God. So anyway, that, and an apple, so I'm having for my last break. I'm almost there. I'm taking a little bit early. I've still got like 2.5 hours left, thereabouts. And my stomach's a little frustrated, if you can say it that way. A little bit unkempt. just been feeling a little queasy. You know, it's still early on. There's still a lot of things down in my belly and my digestive region that are shifting and adjusting to the new things that I do. And as far as the day's going, it's been pretty much the usual. I've been, you know, a little bit of discomfort the first like hour or two of work, and then it kind of fades off. And now I'm always feeling a little bit of stiffness, but stiffness doesn't really bother me. It's the pain that I'm trying to fight off, and that seems to, you know, even if I have a day where it's bothering me a little bit more in previous days, I'm like, oh God, here we go. It still has been just fading off and not really bothering me for much of the day. So obviously hoping that process continues. And back here, I'm off at 11, and I'm back here at 11:30 tomorrow morning. Oh, God. 'Tis the end of the workday. I made it. I mean, I still have tomorrow and Saturday, but tomorrow's a short shift. A walk in the park, and dare I say, it's actually a little misty. It's a wee bit foggy, which I don't think I've seen a foggy day in a minute. Oh yeah, I was feeling more rundown today than most of these 9-hour work days, but when you work like 7 of those in like a 11-12 day period, that's bound to happen. So I kind of, once it got to be about 9:30, 10 o'clock, going into the last hour, started feeling a little bit of that discomfort again in my arms, but like it's been the situation, unlike the past where that would show up and, hang out with you and bug you for several hours, possibly the rest of the day. After like 15 minutes, it just kind of faded away on its own. It'd be great if just this new diet is just kind of this medication. And again, I have no expectations. Like, if it happens, great, but I have no expectations that what I'm dealing with is just going to completely go away forever just because I changed my diet and start stretching a little bit. I hope that happens. I've had people tell me that just by changing dietary things, they've literally fully gotten over things like this. So I'm not just going to presume that's going to happen, because then you get pissy and heartbroken when it doesn't work out and you lapse, and next thing you know, I've had $50 worth of fast food and I'm vomiting out of pure sickness because I just said, the hell with it, I don't care anymore. So yeah, and I'm doing good overall. Like, it's not just that there's no like fibromyalgia pain bothering me, but it's also like, last couple of years, getting off work and getting home, after getting home and getting off my feet for about 20 minutes, next thing you know, like, I can like barely walk because my feet hurt so bad. Now, granted, I actually went out of my way and spent a little extra money on some good supports for these shoes, so that's probably a big part of it, but still, I don't really have feet pain when I get home. I don't really, which, in addition to that, I don't really have a lot of leg pain after getting home from work. So, maybe a little bit of support was just what I needed. But, that's another thing that, bothered me more in the past, and especially recently, the last couple of weeks, has not been bothering me that much. It's just an ongoing process. You gradually start feeling good and you feel the best you felt in a long time, but you still have a ways to go because you've gotten so used to feeling like crap all the time. Word. I'm also moving very slowly, making my way towards the max. I thought I let enough time go away, but I still got like 15 minutes before it's going to show up, and I'm already starting to make my walk. So I'm going to kind of just slowly zigzag, meander my way up to the max stop. And I wasn't able to catch the slightly earlier one today, so hopefully the 11:25 or whenever the max shows up isn't going to be super duper sketchy, but you always have to be prepared. So one thing I like about kind of the wet, crappy weather coming back is you have less people just kind of out walking around. I mean, the homeless people obviously are, because they're out here no matter what, but just random other sketchy people, they're just not out as much unless they have to be, because it's crappy and rainy and cold. So that's one of the few things I actually appreciate about the fact that the weather is slowly starting to turn south now that we're moving from September into October. I gotta find a positive somewhere in this garbage dump. Dear God, the max is taking forever. Traversed the whole lot way down there at the start up to here where I am now, and the max got 1 minute closer. I don't like this. Hoping there's no weirdos waiting for me. I still remember getting real weirded out. I was walking up towards here, and this guy in like a white shirt and shorts like walked by, and he kind of stopped here and just started loitering as I approached, and he started going off in the darkness here, and I could see him like stopping and looking back repeatedly, and he eventually just stopped and just loitered in the darkness there as I approached. So I said, the hell with it, I'm not going this way, I'm going that way. And the moment I started going that way, he came out of the darkness and started going up this way. Fortunately, I had a pretty good distance, I had distance ahead of him because he had to backtrack all this way to there, but I was so weirded out. It was like he was waiting in the darkness here to mess with me. Ain't gonna happen, buddy. It's so sad when you're just trying to get home, and you have to proactively analyze stuff. Like, I tend to loiter in this area, like between here and up there, so I'm not dealing with the crazies if I've still got like 7-8 minutes before the max is going to show up. And once it gets down to like 2 or 3 minutes, boom, I'm right around the corner and I'm there. But if I want to hang out here, I have to make sure there's not creepers waiting to come around the corner. I got to make sure they're not in the bushes. You just got to look out for yourself, There's no point in worrying about looking out for yourself when someone comes up behind you and shanks you through the back, rips through your vital organs, and you don't have much of a life left to live after that. It sucks because this is every night now, and it was never like this. It wasn't anything like this before the pandemic. I'm not saying the pandemic's responsible. I'm just saying things have changed a lot in the last year and a half in terms of life in and around the max. And to think how much they want to expand this thing. Well, maybe you need to make it safe, because nobody feels safe on this thing anymore. Like, I've talked to people. I'm not making a big deal out of nothing. Everyone's stressed about having to take the max. Made it home safe, which is a victory these days. I was thinking about making something different for dinner, but the tuna and rice was calling me. It's 3 days in a row I've had it, and it ain't getting any worse. So I am calorie counting, because I am trying to lose some weight and all this. Obviously, that's not the most important thing, but it kind of comes with the territory a bit when you're eating healthier and having food with less calories. You can have more food and less weight gain and all that. And on average, I'm burning about 500 to 700 more calories a day than I'm taking in. A lot of that is being at work and burning a lot of calories walking around at work. So obviously, I've kind of talked about that. Now I'm trying to, I want to get down to about 180 pounds. 180, 185, I think would be pretty spot on for me with my build and my height and all that stuff. And of course, the first objective is getting under 200, and I'm hovering around there. I'm like around 202, 203. Sometimes I can get down to 201, and your weight fluctuates and all that stuff. So getting close, a little bit closer each day. So it's about 1:30 in the morning. I need to go to sleep because I work at 11:30 tomorrow, so I gotta get up a little earlier than usual, but it's only gonna be a 5.5-hour day. Thank God, because I got another 9-hour day after tomorrow. So a lot of hours, but a lot of money, kinda. So as always, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for following these if you have been, as I'm trying to just keep getting healthier and keep fighting off some of the nasty health habits I've had, trying to feel a little bit more alive now that I'm in my mid-30s, and all that stuff. It's been Steve, and I'll see you tomorrow.